Hello everybody, and welcome back to Rune of Red playing the Banner Saga. Sorry, was eating popcorn before this. Now, I've become aware of some issues with the video going black during that. That's probably due to my editing. Post-edit magic doesn't always turn into magic. Hope you had a good day. We're gonna try to work on that. So, how was your day? Let me know in the comments. Alright. So, this is where we left off. We get to talk to one of the people. So, we've already talked to Wagner. But we haven't talked to Luden. Or we could go fall asleep. Now, being that Ubin's an old man, he would go to sleep. But, we're not old people. I mean, just for the sake of intrigue, you know? So we're gonna go talk to Luden first, I think. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Luden. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Luden. Yes, you're with Wagner? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner for a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. Luden looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I worked for the king, carrying the tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Well, what do we want? Luden does have a habit of recording history. Thought we might talk about your visit. Just introduce me. Let's go talk about history. Varl historian. Aha. Don't you already know your king and mine both have been practically trumpeting it throughout the cities? I've been on the road for a while, I'm afraid. Luden takes a deep sigh. Whether tired or ungracious, you aren't certain. Maybe both. A formality, mostly. Wagner came to our capital in Aberrain, and now we go to the Varl's capital in Grofheim to cement this grand alliance for the next age of men in Varl. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it, and it's damned cold up here. You get the sense he's struggling not to complain outright. You take the opportunity to excuse yourself. So there's your introduction to Luden. What a freaking ray of sunshine he is. Alright, let's go talk to more about Wagner. No, yeah, Wagner, yeah. Hakon, I'm sorry. I've only played this how many times? Scrivener. You find Hakon in a mead house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon. Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Ha, humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yawk's fought, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon slipped a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through dredge at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the mead house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. So, there you go. Hakon, you know, basically a bodyguard to Wagner, but has aspirations to be something more. So, there you go. On that note, I think we're going to have him go to sleep. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Eric's a pretty good guy, so I'd imagine. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already here. A while later, Ludin and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Mulger steps forward. Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you're ready to depart. Well, there's only one choice. I guess we're ready. You follow Mulger and join the others. Usually the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It's summer as a strand, well as a whole, you think. And on that note, we make our first step outside. So this is the Banner Saga. This is what you're normally seeing. That was a lot of exposition. So here we are on our first day going. Morale is pretty high, you can see above. Now the morale has declined, they say. But really, we're in really high spirits right now. So, Ludin be damned. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Mulger, cracking open mead cask from our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. Toast to Wagner. You raise your drink, toasting the alliance between men and Varl. The others join in. Ludin's expression is like a stone wall, but others laugh at your exaggerations. Eventually, you sit down beside Wagner. Let's chat with him. Thanks for the speech. Thanks for the speech, slurs Wagner. I forgot, he's kind of a, he's a prince too. Looks like you didn't have to miss out after all. I imagine Ubin's slurring a little bit too. Maybe not. I'll take that out. Thanks to Mulger. I thought the damn governor would never shut up. Did he give you the history of his entire family? He tried. Then he asked me to clean up his mess. For your benefit, it turns out. I'd have given you the job too. God, there's no joy in politics. Speaking of, what happens after this business with the Ludin? Hopefully the boy goes back to Aberrain on his own, and I can take out some frustration on Dredge or something. Starting to sound a lot like Hakon. You don't like the life of a diplomat? Nah, that was too light, but whatever. Ha ha! Don't you miss the fight, Ewan. You down your meat instead of replying. Wagner slouches and shakes his head. There's no great joy in killing Dredge. But this? Pretty sure this nonsense is some scheme between the two kings to force some kind of lineage. Used to be, warriors would follow you for what you'd done. Isn't that why they follow you now? Is it? Or is it because I'm next in line? These lines are getting muddy, old Varl. They've always been muddy, Wagner. Wagner stares into the campfire, lost in thought. You leave him to it. So, here's our camp. This is how it goes. You rise groggily. The campsite, a casualty of merriment. Mogar is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Luden stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you, nudge Wagner. You'll need it. Ah, Sluden! Always a pleasure. You look well rested. Wagner releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grafheim? Ha! We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on a map. So this is teaching you, like, where different things are. And one of my favorite parts of this is the world map. World map. Drag the map to look around. A portrait icon shows where your caravan is in the world. You can also tap on any location to get some history about it. When you're done with the map, tap X at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so press that. So currently, we are on our way to Vetterfell. Named Bad Weather, the gales that blow in from the bay and around the mountain peaks keep Vetterfell in a generally unpleasant state. What really cemented the name was the kind of person who would live there. The men cast out from Strand for one reason or the other, with nowhere else to go. Okay, so Strand, I'll show you where that is. It's right over here. See that little, where my mouse is? That's right where we're at. And we've been going through the Karlsfjord. And we are going to be, I think, going to, well, Grafheim is up here, so we're going to be probably taking the northern path up this way once we're beyond Vetterfell to Grafheim. So that's pretty cool. Grafheim, you know, you can see the last home of the Varl and the seat of their power, founded by Arnfinnir. Hold on. Founded by Arnfinnir. Well, anyway, the second Varl king. Though the Varl have moved around a lot, most consider Grafheim their capital. The deeds of the Varl are honored here, and all warriors of worth are buried at the foot of the two spears, where they are said to become part of the Varl's March itself. It'd be interesting to see what the Varl's March is. Now, Aberrain, where our friend Luden comes from, is all the way down here. From humble beginnings to the eventual seat of power for the king, Aberrain is the most populated and contested city throughout human lands. Its towering obsidian walls have been pulled from the depths by weaving power of the Menders. As each new generation of residents build another ring of walls, the city continues to grow larger, more indulgent, and more dangerous. And there's description for pretty near every piece of work that you see here. I mean, everything. I mean, look at all this. This is just amazing. And it's that kind of detail over a span of 3 games. Let me tell you what. It's freaking amazing. I cannot say it enough. You know, Stoic has really done a great job, you know, and I'm glad that Versus Evil published it, you know. It's great to have them. So, alright, back to it. I'm probably running over a little bit, but that's okay. I think it's well worth it. We head north, then east, past the forts. So I was right. Grafheim's far from Strand. Going to be a long march. You should have drank last night, Luden. Why not take the ships to Skimmerstead? What's the point in marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the long-ships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skirmestead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge prints. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Ludin exhales through his nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats it aside. The tent flips as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking at a tall cliff to hop off, too. That's great. Ludin's got a shorter wick than Hakon. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vedafell if we're lucky. Alright, so this is our camp. Camp is where you manage your caravan. During travel, you can enter camp at any time by tapping the camp button on the travel HUD. While at camp or in towns, you can upgrade your allies or equip items in the hero's tent. You can pass time by using the rest tent. Resting will improve the caravan's morale. A high morale will reduce casualties in war and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. The training tent will allow you to safely try out any characters in a mock battle. Tap leave at the bottom of the campsite when you're ready to go back to the road. So I gotta go to the hero's tent. And here is our current setup. We have Gunnulf, Ludin, Hakon, and Mugr. Click on a unit to view stats, promote ranks, and learn about abilities. So let's look at our man Gunnulf. So click on the ability to learn about this unit's abilities. So up here, we know Tempest makes him do that crazy awesome slash. The Warhawk uses a massive weight to sweep his weapon around himself, hitting multiple adjacent targets, friend or foe. That's a thing to remember for normal strength damage. So, and as you can see, it goes in ranks. Rank 1 hits up to 2 enemies, rank 2 up to 3, rank 3 up to 4. So, alright, let's close that out. And now we get to promote Gunnulf for the previous renown we got. So, here we go. Let's promote him. Okay. Yeah, sure, let's promote him. And now we get 2 points to put. And so our exertion, I believe, is kind of low. So we should probably enhance that. And Gunnulf, he's going to be in the thick of it. Let's add his defense, I think. Alright, so there you go. There's our first upgrade. Ludin, his thing is Impale, which causes like a bleed, and apparently knocks him back a tile too, which is great. But yeah, Hakon, he is got Sundering Impact, and so that's +1 break at rank 1, +1 strength and break, then +1 strength and 2 break at the top rank. Pretty good stuff. And then there's Mugr, he's got stuff too. Let's see, do I have any items yet? No, I do not. I don't think so anyway. Okay, I don't. Anyway, so there you go. That's our hero's tent. And I gotta wrap this up pretty quick. I'm already going over. So, I think I'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed this. If you like this, please leave a like. If you disliked it, please leave a dislike. And if you want to see more from me, please hit the subscribe button. And as always, looking forward to playing more of this. Hope to see you again soon. Adios.